Why now? It's been so long that you've been gone. Why now? After all that shit.
Hey everybody, this is Eric from Stewart Perspective Podcast. We are doing another Raw Retro Rewind. This is episode number 2. We're taking more segments from the first episode of the Random Access Web TV podcast. This is from way back in 2012. I'm going to do 2 more segments for you, and one of them was one of the biggest segments of the show that we used to talk about movies all the time. And we've talked about everything on this one. Let's see, I got a list here. We talk about the Avengers, The Gray, The Divide, The Master, House of the Devil, and I Saw the Devil. Okay, so this is a little interesting. It's a long segment. We loved talking about movies back in the day, and so it's definitely 2012. You got to think about that. So this is stuff that's already been out there, so there's no spoilers on this. The second segment is one of our favorites. Okay, it was called Fucking Science. Now, just so you're aware, this is your warning. Obviously, with the one I just said, there's a lot of F-bombs in this. We were really raw back then. We unfiltered. We said what we wanted to say and what was on our mind. And this episode, especially the science part, had a lot of F-bombs in it and stuff. And anyway, that's that. Just so you know, this is your warning. If you there's really, normally I try and cover up the F-bombs with one of our Brody barks, and quite frankly, there's just way too many for me to try and cover up. So just be warned, there's a lot. So if you don't want to hear them, maybe not listen to this episode. That's cool. But one thing cool about the Fucking Science segment is that over the course of the podcast, we garnished all kinds of groups that really liked our show for many reasons. And this segment became really popular with a group of engineering students up in Amarillo. And they would get together on Thursday nights, sit around, drink beer, and debate our science. We were 3 film guys talking science and trying to know what we were talking about from brief searches on the internet. One of my favorite ones we'll get to eventually is where we talked about the God particle. We got really in-depth on that one. That was pretty good. And time travel, because, hey, film guys love time travel, so we talked a lot on that one. But yeah, to find that those guys were debating our science was pretty awesome. So anyway, that's a quick little intro from me, what this is. And without further ado, let's hit that rewind button. This is Random Access, and I am Eric Stewart.
I'm Anton.
I'm Talon Skipsrud.
And we are 3 guys talking shit. But Random Access, the podcast, what we are, we're 3 guys talking shit. We like to get together, talk about films, we talk about TV, we talk about music, books, fucking science, man. We got a whole title called Fucking Science, okay? So we're gonna be talking about all kinds of stuff, just random. You never know what you're gonna get when you tune into us, okay? Anything else in the individual intros, or are we gonna roll on with this?
I would like to say something just about what we're trying to do here.
Go for it.
This is to entertain people. Don't take us too seriously.
Yes, we are not professionals.
If you want news, you came to the wrong podcast. Like I said, this is entertainment. We're trying to entertain. You might hear some news that might sound entertaining, or if it seems cool and funny or interesting in a way, we might present it to you. But like I said, don't come here for your news.
Yes. And also, we do want to be highlighting some of the indie culture that is Austin, okay? So if you're an independent filmmaker, TV, even if you write books, if you're an independent musician, DJ, anything like that,
go to send us something through our email. It's rawthepodcast, RAWTHEPODCAST @gmail.com. Send us some information.
It's
a long one. Yes,
like
it is.
banana.
Can you say that one more time?
No, I will not, sir.
I'll say it one more time. It's rawthepodcast @gmail.com.
All right. Thank you for backing that up. Anyway, send us some information, man. Send us some samples. If we like it, we're going to pimp it. We're going to talk about it, okay? If it's independent and it's Austin, we're going to talk about it, okay? All right.
So should we talk about some movies?
Let's talk about movies. We're rolling on
Topics.
movies. All right. I'm going to throw it out there. Avengers. All right. Talking about Avengers.
That was a time.
That was
That
an
was.
experience.
That was.
Four
Yes.
times.
Four
Four times.
I've
Wow.
seen it twice.
I've seen it once, but I love
I
it.
saw it with him.
I love
with
it.
Talon.
Yes, we did Alamo Draft House. That was a good time. Right down in the lower left corner,
Yeah.
the far lower left. So, I still got to see Hulk smash.
Really? Okay.
You'd see his chest hair. That's how close we were, actually.
Hulk has chest hair.
Which is weird.
He does.
It's weird that he does it all of a
Hey,
sudden.
speaking of the Hulk,
He
come on.
stopped shaving.
This is the best fucking Hulk they've got. All right. Now, the ones they've done, this is the best one.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think that was the first F-bomb.
No,
we had
we've
some-
already talked
we had
about
some
fucking
best
science. Come on, man.
Oh, fucking science, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, what was I thinking?
I don't know. That's
I guess that's just the title, and I don't consider it a cuss word or something because you're talking about fucking science, It's
Yeah,
not,
it's like
it's
when
not fuck you, science. It's fucking science.
it's like how Kleenex is now not just the product but the actual item itself.
It's fucking science, Let's get on
If you
board.
haven't noticed, we will be dropping F-bombs. We'll be dropping other things because, hey, let's face it, Talon is a drunken sailor.
Used to be. Well, I'm used to be a sailor.
He's drunk.
And I am
right
who
now.
I am. I will say whatever comes to my
All the
mind.
times.
So, and which that being said, these guys get on me a lot for spoilers. I try my best not to spoil main plots on some of
I was
the
gonna say your
mainstream stuff
age.
right now. Oh, fuck you! You really went there right off the bat. We're not even
waiting.
through the first fucking topic.
I was waiting
man.
for
It's
it.
okay. Well, we won't mention your
Wow.
age this episode.
God, you bastards!
We will lead up to that.
Yes.
Anyway.
that's a cliffhanger for you folks.
Can we
Stay
get back to
tuned.
the Avengers, man?
It
I
was a
was
good
talking
time.
about the Hulk, man.
I enjoyed it.
I really love the
'Cause I
Hulk
saw
in
it
this
4
one,
times.
man. Mark,
And I'm a
what,
nerd.
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo.
He's pretty good,
He
but
even-
the actual animated Hulk was the better of.
It
But it was
was
motion
because you
capture
started
from Mark-
you
Yeah,
started to get
Ruffalo.
to the
Yeah.
thinking Hulk, man. Come on, you finally got to start getting to the thinking Hulk.
A little bit.
And
Hints
I
of it.
like
There's
I
hints
like
of it.
Ruffalo playing the scenes of
He's
him,
decent.
the face up scenes of him. He looks like freaking Bill Bixby. Come on,
He's pretty decent.
he
mean,
actually looks the part.
I don't want to spoil anything, but I was excited about that end there. Go see the movie. I don't want
The end or the
Nerds.
after the credits
No,
end.
after the credit.
The nerds will
Yes,
understand.
The nerds
Yes.
will love after the credits.
And then
Stay
the
for after
non-comic
the
people will be
credits.
like, "What is that? I don't know what that happened."
Hey, don't tease the common public.
Common
because,
folk?
common folk because they don't know about comic books.
I'm not teasing.
Okay.
I love them. They
Yes.
just won't. They just won't
They just
get all
won't
the
get
reference.
it. We'll get it.
That's just what happens.
All right, man.
sometimes.
Hey guys, our crew is looking at us funny.
Good.
What are
All right, so
That's my normal
what
life.
else do you want to talk about Avengers so we don't spoil anything? There's other things, and man, the visual effects in this one were pretty fucking awesome.
I'd say
Coming from the
I'd
animator,
say,
that was awesome.
As far as all the lead up movies like Iron Man, Thor, Incredible Hulk, all those like leading up to Avengers, like very slow decline in like quality of certain little things, and I think this is like
Yeah, this one went way back up. This took it way back up, man. Come on. Robert Downey Jr. has now become Iron Man.
Oh, he always was.
I don't know. There may have been some
He
question in the
already
first
was.
one. There may have been
Well,
some
okay,
question in the
okay.
first.
It's
Okay.
substance. You're talking about substance abuse.
Well, but not only like substance abuse, but Tony Stark is a self-righteous prick.
Robert
So
Downey
is
Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yes, okay. Valid point, sir. Valid
I think
point.
he'd be cool to hang out with.
Or regardless, you can't
He'd be
think of
fun.
Iron Man without thinking or hearing in your head that it's Robert Downey Jr. saying it, speaking it. You know it.
It's like Kevin Conroy's Batman.
Yes.
Even the there's a cartoon Earth's Mightiest Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. The guy whoever plays, we need a IMDb fact checker next episode. Get your laptop out and somebody fact check this stuff. But anyway, he you can hear him make a conscious effort of trying to sound like snarky and Robert Downey and as if he had a drug problem or something. But it's a cartoon, So hey. And that's another interesting thing about portraying Iron Man. and for the kids is you have to still sell Iron Man and Tony Stark as kind of a jerk, but there's not going to be drugs and alcohol in these kids cartoons. But he's still a jerk in this cartoon. Check it out. It's on Disney or something.
Something like that, whatever.
Wherever they have cartoons.
Oh, that's something else I want to throw out now. We are going to be shamelessly plugging all kinds of crap because we do not have any sponsors right this minute.
Cha-ching.
Once we start getting sponsors, wink, wink, nudge, nudge out there in the world.
Could we just say Netflix right now?
Yes, we can say Netflix right now because they are not paying us and we're just helping them out. But if somebody start paying us, we cut all the free stuff and go for our sponsors. Anyway, so Avengers
Hulk
talk.
smashed.
One thing I loved about it, man, Josh Whedon. He came in late. He came in late in the series of these characters and stuff. They were already kind of established in the movie world. He came in, took them, actually did a fucking decent story, I thought. For what he had to work with.
I didn't really have many complaints. Like I did have a few, and it's really nitpicky, nerdy stuff.
There are a few like random lines of dialogue. It's like, is that grammar? Is that grammar right there? I don't know about that. But
Who needs grammar?
I forgave
man?
those couple of
what is this?
poorly
Smith
written
movie?
lines for everything else that was so good. So
What?
it was so good.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
indeed, Hulk smashed. And that's really all I have to say.
All right. I'm going to say it. The fight between Hulk and Thor. Loved it.
That was pretty cool.
Loved it.
I'm a fan.
I like the Hulk
versus anything.
The giant space lizard thing.
Yeah, that kind of also
No,
jumped in
just
there.
Hulk versus everything.
Yeah,
All right.
that was good.
All
I mean,
All right.
Hulk-
What can we say? The Hulk stole the fucking movie.
he
okay?
smashes a
Hulk
bad
stole
guy
the-
with another bad guy.
Yeah,
And
and
that's-
All right.
I
liked
feel like
the
we're
Hulk the
talking.
best, but-
Everyone knows about the Avengers. Why are we talking so much
All
about
right,
it?
fuck the Avengers. All right, in Men in Black 3. You guys haven't
Here
seen
we
it.
go.
I have. Screw you. This was a great movie, okay? The first one was just fun because it was fun.
It's a movie, I'm sure.
Second one, oh man, it was.
The second one was.
It was okay, but no,
It was a movie, also.
Really. All I'm saying, Men in Black 3, they got the story right on this one. This story is phenomenal. The very last few minutes of the film, dude, I was actually, my daughters and I were like, oh my God, that's awesome. So.
It's really quiet in here. It's kind of funny.
Fuck
No,
God.
I mean,
probably.
All right,
I'll
we're
check
done
it
with
out.
movies.
I'll watch it later.
I'll check it out at someday.
Yeah.
No, but yes, the second one bad, and it has one thing I am excited, and everyone's excited too, is the Josh Brolin, Tommy Lee Jones.
Oh, very good.
And if anything is going to
Totally.
make me see the movie,
Totally nailed it.
it's going to be that.
Totally nailed it, man. It was
Never
unbelievable.
mind the fact that they started shooting without a finished script or whatever, or a loose story. Well, apparently it's the best story.
It is. It really is a great story. Okay,
The audience is
you
gonna
guys will have
get to
agree with
find
me on that
out
one
how
later on.
good it-
But
what
again,
your
the
tastes
Josh
are.
Brolin, yes, as freaking that was
Although
uncanny.
one
very
thing
uncanny.
about Eric's tastes is he tends to find good in at least everything except
I
for
find
like
some
maybe like
good. I
3
find
movies.
Some, I would wait till we get to shittiest movie of the week. We're going to talk about that crap. Okay.
So we haven't seen Men in Black 3, so the verdict is what?
It's still out there.
It's
Who
sti-
knows?
it's-
Screw you. It's good.
Yeah,
Screw you, it's good.
Eric,
Screw you,
That
good.
is
It's
the
good.
seal of Eric.
Yes.
That's the Eric seal of approval. Screw you, it's good. Like, good enough for me. I mean, I'll check it out merely for Josh Brolin because he has dreamy
let's roll
eyes.
on, man. To
Things that are not in theaters anymore.
Sanders, Blu-ray. Let's go.
Blu-rays.
The Gray came
Gray.
out.
Let's talk about the Gray. I think it
Gray.
came out 2 weeks ago or something.
Tell me you've seen it, right?
I have seen it.
It made my life complete.
It was
that week when we saw it.
It was awesome because we were in LA. Come on,
Yeah,
dude.
it was-
You guys saw it in theaters?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
saw it at Universal
At,
City Walk,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, when we for the documentary that was briefly mentioned earlier, we were
Nemesis Rising.
We were in L.A. And
Los Angeles.
Yes,
not Louisiana.
Okay. We went
Although
there.
we did.
went there a
we
few
did
weeks
film
earlier.
there, yeah, but no, we were in LA.
L.A. and we had an extra day, so let's go screw around.
Okay, what were we doing in LA?
The topic of the documentary was on Conan O'Brien show.
Conan
Oh,
O'Brien.
Conan O'Brien. Conan O'Brien. Hey, check us out.
We were
Yeah, it's
filming
Conan
backstage.
O'Brien.
Conan
Team
O'Brien.
Coco.
It was amazing. Enough said. Roll on with the Gray. How we watched it.
Yeah, the Gray. Yeah, Liam Neeson.
Yeah. Well, I remember I wanted to see it. You wanted to see Safe House. And
I did want to see Safe House, which turned out to be a good movie. We're not going to get into it. We're not going to get into it that one, but it's a good one. But
I think going with the gray was a good choice.
Gray was a good one that day.
Yeah.
Gray was a good one that day. If anybody out there hasn't seen Universal City Walk, this place is freaking huge, okay?
And it's silly.
They had a freaking Degrassi fan party going on out in there, and
it was
obscenely obnoxious.
It was hilarious and hurtful in your soul.
There was at least 200 people crammed in that little bitty area, and they were showing
like a new
clips.
Episode, and they were screaming for the episode.
Yes.
Not actual people.
Yes,
not
the
real
episode.
human beings.
The cast
An
hadn't even
episode
come out on stage
that they could have
yet.
watched on the television.
And they did this for hours because they were doing it before we went into the movie. We watched the entire movie, and you could hear them in the hallway inside the theater. Yeah. We came out. They still hadn't brought the cast out on stage. They were still screaming for clips of Degrassi. And you know what? I know it's probably a good show. I never really got into it personally myself.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a
show
Canadian
for,
thing. It's Canadian.
It's a Canadian
we
show
love our Canadian neighbors, but it's one of those Canadian things, man.
It's on some channels.
I'm more of a Trailer Park
US.
Boys myself.
Yes, I love.
But it's for the youngins.
Anyway,
we sat there and we had to watch this crap, and it was amazing.
Let's talk about the gray. Let's stop
Gray
talking about.
Blew my mind.
It's so cold. It's so cold.
Well, yeah.
And
they're at the ends of the earth, man. It's freaking.
I don't think I'm giving anything away if anybody saw a trailer, but whenever from the point the plane crashes onwards, I was like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck.
Have you guys seen the other plane crash Survival Alive? Have you seen them?
Alive? No? Oh, that was an old one, right?
Yeah, early '90s.
Yeah.
That was a great movie. True story. The people eating each other in the Andes. Not as grisly.
Hey, look, I like you guys, but I'm not going to eat you. I'm sorry. If we get somewhere stopped, airplane crashes, I'm not going to.
We'll get back to cannibalism later.
Cannibalism.
Yep.
All right.
But yeah, the gray man. It's so cold, so
fucking-
chilly. That's
fucking-
all I really have to say about it.
It was intense.
The alpha dog trial when the alpha,
even the simple dialogue moments are tense.
extremely tense. The entire movie's tense.
Yeah.
And what the stuff that doesn't even have dialogue, I'm telling you, and we're going to do a little bit of spoilers. This is on DVD. People have seen it. We're going to talk about it.
I don't know.
Spoilers.
What am I talking about? I'm talking about the alpha male. When the alpha male wolf comes in there and they're having a fight. Liam Neeson's fighting that other douchebag. And the douchebag's on the ground, and everybody freezes.
The Omega comes up.
Yeah, he challenges him. The Omega does.
Oh, what? Omega's the end. It's Alpha's.
No, Alpha's the head of the group.
The Omega are the
Alpha sends the Omega.
No, it was the black. The black one was the Alpha.
They specifically say it's the Omega in the film.
We're
gonna have another Screamers argument here.
Fuck you.
Get yourself some.
What? Regardless, that scene alone was tense as shit.
Oh, it was.
When Homeboy's on the ground, turns around, and he's standing nose to nose with that fucking wolf. Woo! I'll tell you right now, in that theater, my butthole puckered. I'm telling you.
The river scene.
God!
So a bunch of people. People die in the movie. I'm not spoiling anything.
People die.
There are a few people that might not survive.
But the river associated
that made
death,
me so sad.
Yeah,
sad in my soul.
Made me really sad because you're only a couple inches away from life, and then you just water.
Yeah,
Damn water.
Water. It could kill you.
All right, we do have some topics to roll on, and as much as we can sit here,
so
we
the
can
gray
talk
is
about
great. The gray is great.
That was horrible.
Look, for me, what sold it for me,
Cut
was the final scene. Man, Liam Neeson was.
Yeah, a lot of people got pissed off about the ending,
Fuck
but.
them.
I think that's the studio was kind of marketing it.
Yeah, it was marketed wrong.
All you wanted to see was the glass punching.
It's much
wolves.
more of it's art film than it was advertised as.
It's like a visceral survival experience.
Yeah, it's not just about
Agreed.
Liam Neeson's gonna fuck up some wolves,
and he does. But
there's a
more.
lot more to it than that.
But nature fucks him up too.
Yeah. So, anyways, see it.
And we
if you
killed
haven't.
Eric.
You did. That was a good
And
one.
now on to the next topic.
Next one that Talon brought to us just the other day, The Divide.
Yeah, real unheard of. Did not make a good theater run. I looked it up, and
it was only limited release.
Limited release, but anyway, it's new to DVD and Blu-ray just recently. If any of you, a lot of people haven't heard about it. post-apocalyptic kind of tale. The bombs drop, and a handful of people go into the basement of an apartment building and wait things out, try to survive the apocalypse.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, man. I enjoyed it. The people started getting psycho. Oh Jesus, dude!
Really,
I saw it coming.
I mean, it's gonna.
They're gonna go crazy, but these guys get really loopy, man.
They
and I'm
really
like,
get
somebody
crazy.
needs to take these fuckers out.
There was lewd food sex acts. Michael Biehn gets dismembered. Michael Biehn, who's Michael Biehn? Anyone know who Michael Biehn is?
Who's Michael?
Who's
Biehn?
Michael Biehn?
Who is Michael Biehn?
Isn't it-
I don't know.
Is it Kyle?
Kyle Reese?
Kyle Reese
From Terminator.
Yeah, from Terminator. And
The Abyss.
what's his
that's true,
character in
yes, yeah.
Aliens? He's
Oh yeah, the Marine.
Oh, yeah, the Marine
The one
said,
that
yeah.
survives
And
Yeah.
then doesn't survive.
and then doesn't survive later.
in
Yeah.
3.
That happened.
Yeah.
But it was a great movie. I don't want to nobody knows about this movie, so I don't want to.
Sure, I hadn't heard about it until you brought it to me, and then I watched it, and I'm like,
I'd
wow,
heard
this
of
is
it.
actually pretty
I'd
decent.
seen the trailer.
I'm a big art direction guy. I'm a big art direction and set design and stuff, and I really enjoyed the set design on this. It was pretty cool.
It looked
It was really
pretty good.
dirty and gritty, and it's not easy to actually get shit to look like that.
Yeah, I just want to read the box because they
We're gonna read the
they
box
sum it up.
now.
Nobody knows about it, and
All right,
everyone's like,
roll
it
it,
says,
man.
"What follows is intense. It is raw, and it is
Rah! Woo!
and it is all brutally, horrifyingly real." And I hope I have more sense than that when the world ends.
Actually ends.
I hope that's not my reality. That happens in that movie.
Snooki's baby delivery. No.
I've been clicking my pen here. I hope the mic. They've been probably hearing that the
Well,
entire
whatever.
time.
It
I think
is.
you can have to
But,
go. See,
I gotta say, I was the biggest fan of it.
Really?
Yeah, I thought some of the acting and dialogue was kind of shoddy.
All right.
okay,
And-
no, I'll give you that. But
like-
as you already previously stated, I find it good in everything.
I
Like,
just,
I really enjoyed seeing the dude from Law and Order, okay? He was the DA from Law and Order Criminal Intent, and he kicked ass until I'm going to
He
spoil
was in
something.
there.
I'm going to spoil something. I'm not. Can I?
I don't know.
It's on
some-
Blu-ray. He
some
gets
guy-
shot in the head. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So he was. I didn't recognize the dude. I was like, I've seen that face before.
So, but up until that point, he was really badass.
Cool. Anyway, some people liked it. Some people didn't like it. It's worth your time. It's definitely not a happy movie. It might take you to a dark place. So I was watching it with a friend of mine, and he absolutely hated it. He told me a couple days later it was still on his mind. If he started thinking about it even, and we started talking about it, he's like, "Let's stop talking about it because I'm getting really sad right now." So don't. It's not the feel good movie of the
year.
Definitely not.
All right.
So what
All right. So next thing I actually got a fan request. We got one of our fans wrote in, or actually
they just want us
We
to
have-
talk about
we have
it.
a-
yes,
we have a
yes.
fan
We have a fan.
already.
Oh, yes, that's another
previous
thing.
to
Another
existing.
thing, Raw the podcast. If you have anything you want us to talk about, a topic, a subject, a film, a TV show, a comic book, anything like that, send it in. Give us some topics, man. We want to know what you want us to talk about.
Remember, it's called Random Access.
So it could be
Yes,
anything.
yes. Raw the podcast
Letting
at
them know.
gmail.com. All right, so what the request was, he wanted us to talk about The Master. Now, honestly, I hadn't heard anything about this till he sent me the link to the
I saw a trailer. That's all I
I
saw.
we've seen the
honestly,
trailer.
like before I watched the trailer, I honestly thought people were just talking about Doctor Who. Honestly, that's all, I was like,
That's the sound of the beast. Whoop.
I don't watch Doctor Who.
Cheers, Daniel.
oh.
Out.
but then I watched it and I'm intrigued. I don't know what it's about.
Well,
it looks,
Paul Thomas Anderson.
yeah, I'm a
Directed
fan.
by-
Yes.
I'm a fan of There Will Be Blood.
Yes,
so
yes. Punch Drunk Love. Not
I like-
everybody's
I love
favorite.
his,
Not
his
everybody's
visual
favorite,
style.
but not bad.
I really like Punch Drunk Love.
Yes,
and
I know you like it. He doesn't like it. It wasn't his cup of
I
tea.
watched it like I think
It's better
part
than
of it was that I should probably watch it now,
Yeah.
as opposed to when it came out when I was
when
a
you
bit
were a
younger
kid.
and
Oh,
didn't,
come on, yeah.
didn't really
Yeah, that's a given.
think about movies.
Yeah, watch it again. I'll bring it. I'll bring it by sometime. when I have it.
Starring Philip Seymour Hoffman, of course, from Pirate Radio as the Count, and Mission Impossible
kinds of things.
3, all kinds
And
of things.
Twister.
Personal favorite,
Twister.
Patch Adams.
Twister.
He played his
One of my
nemesis,
favorite
you know.
roles. Of
Yeah, that's-
Paul
What?
Philip Seymour.
Philip Seymour Hoffman was Dusty in Twister.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Fair. Yeah,
Nice,
it's the
man,
only
nice.
character that I remember caring about when I watched that
Yeah,
movie.
very
He
good.
was in Red
Good call,
Dragon,
sir.
wasn't he?
Yeah,
He
was in Red Dragon?
died a fiery death.
yeah.
Oh, I guess.
Well, he might have been dead while.
It's also also starring Joaquin Phoenix. Because I don't even.
I'm not there.
Yeah,
Or
I
is
don't
that-
even think Philip Seymour Hoffman
I'm
was in the
still here?
trailer.
I don't think he was either.
But,
it was all Joaquin
it's all
Phoenix.
Joaquin.
Wait, I'm not there is the Bob Dylan one, and I'm still here.
I'm still
is
here,
The Joaquin
yeah.
Phoenix experiment. Who is that? Casey Affleck?
Oh yeah,
Or
okay,
some-
following yeah.
where he was supposedly quitting acting for his R&B
Whatever.
career.
Anyways, I like Joaquin Phoenix in Gladiator. You know, I love to.
I like
hate
him in some things.
I liked him in 8mm.
Clay pigeons?
and believe it or not, I'm a huge Johnny Cash fan. Hello, dressed in
He,
black. And when he did Walk the Line, I wasn't too crazy about it. And
Beats
then I
up some
saw
aliens
it, and
sometimes.
he did. Yes, Signs.
That's a thing he does.
Swing,
Signs.
swing away, Meryl.
That was
swing
not.
away.
I didn't mind that M Night movie. After
Yeah.
that,
But,
everything got weird.
That was a good one. It really was.
I like that one.
But yeah, so The Master, all I know is...
When does it come out?
I don't even know.
We don't even have a
I don't know that.
I didn't have a release date. on
Joaquin
that. Wow.
Phoenix
let's
is
go-
some
let's-
drunkard in the 50s.
Let's throw out
it looks
a
like.
plot summary. It looks like a 1950s set drama centered on the relationship between a charismatic intellectual known as the Master, whose faith-based organization begins to catch on in America, and a young drifter who becomes his right-hand man. Nah, that would be Joaquin.
I didn't
Phoenix.
even
Yeah,
catch
I didn't catch
from the
anything. All I
trailer.
caught
I
was
just
there was
saw...
there were some old timey sailors.
Sailors and getting drunk, and like he was talking to a psychiatrist. That's
Yeah,
what I. That's what I got.
what it looked
The
like.
Master.
That's what it got. That's what I got.
But I'll see it.
Yep,
I know that.
I guess the jury. We're gonna have to say the jury's out on this one, but there's some information about
It
it.
looks
Go
pretty.
check out a trailer, and maybe when the movie comes out, we'll talk more about it. Okay, done. Fan request taken care of. Going on to indie movies, independent movies. Okay, already talked
Which
about the divide.
technically, half of these are kind of indie.
Well, we embrace the indie spirit, man. That's
Which,
what
I
we
mean,
are. I mean, that's what we are. That's what
The
we are.
Avengers, totally indie, dude.
Yeah.
the most indie movie ever made,
Men in
bro.
Black 3, right
Yeah,
up
no.
there. No,
But I mean,
okay.
the Gray and Divide.
The Gray kind of was
are
absolutely, yes.
Technically,
The Divide definitely, basically, right up there, man. Anton had brought up one to us, and we had a funny discussion here
yeah.
earlier.
I watched House of the Devil.
And I saw the devil.
And they thought they were the same thing.
Talon thought I had said I saw the devil.
A Korean slasher horror suspense thriller movie, and I just watched it
Oh,
today.
yeah, so
and
totally
I
the
was-
same thing.
And I was like, yeah, I saw
Totally
the devil,
the same
man. It was a great movie. Foreign, subtitles.
I was like, wait a second.
And then Anton, you were watching what now?
House of the Devil, which is American made. The name of the director escapes me right now, but he recently did The Innkeepers, which just came out last year or early
I've
this
actually
year.
heard talk
This
about
year,
that.
like,
Not a whole lot, but I've
yeah,
heard some talk
it's
about that.
I've heard some good things about that, but I kind of dug House of the Devil because it was a throwback to the 80s style horror movie, and like it takes place in the 80s, and it looks like it was actually shot in the 80s.
So what, serial killer gone awry? or
some supernatural stuff.
supernatural fun?
Like and there's a I think it's a lunar
Ghosts.
eclipse
If you haven't
involved.
noticed, I'm totally quiet on this subject because I have no freaking clue what they're talking about.
Well, I mean, I don't either. I thought I saw the right movie.
Yeah, but you have something
You
to kind
thought
of
you
toss
saw-
in because you thought you saw it.
Yeah, I thought I saw it. Apparently,
But instead, I saw the devil.
Yeah.
I saw. But no, yeah. Even the cinematography of House of the Devil looked like your standard 80s.
So 80s movies, like, could you name a few? Like, I'm not the biggest horror fan. I've been exposed to
it was
them,
kind
but-
of the original Halloween
Okay.
esque in some of
Yeah,
its
nice.
qualities because it's like the main character, she gets a weird gig for babysitting and
she's
things.
babysitting at the house of the devil.
Yeah, so as
Dun,
the
dun.
title would
So
tell you,
she's babysitting the spawn of Satan.
maybe I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe people should watch the
You'll
movie.
have to watch the movie.
It's on Netflix, by the way, folks. okay?
Netflix.
Netflix.
They do things.
Yes, they do.
I
Anybody
enjoy.
want us to stop talking about Netflix? Sponsor us. We'll stop talking about Netflix.
Until then.
Or send a
Until
cease
then.
and desist.
Oh yes.
because
Throw that
we're
out there.
sullying the good name of Netflix already.
We're talking about
by
House of
this.
Devil.
But
I
enjoyed
saw The Devil also on Netflix.
yes, yeah. So, but yeah, I enjoyed House of the Devil. I think Talon enjoyed I Saw the Devil.
I enjoyed it. It sounds like I might enjoy House of the Devil. Like I said,
I think I will as well.
I'm not the
over
biggest
on
horror fan. I'll say that right away. I do like horror, but a lot of it. There's a lot of
I
horror.
wish there
that's-
was better horror.
There's just
in the
not a
world.
lot of scary horror. A lot of it's
a lot of
jumping out at you, scaring you.
And a lot of it's not even scary
Yeah, or
anymore.
It's
They
not anymore.
don't even know what they're doing.
when they
Come
complete
on,
the
we've grown up,
circle.
okay? The slasher movies, man. Friday the 13th back in the day was scary shit. Now you're like, whatever. I know how they did that.
There was
effect.
good tension in House of the Devil. Not a whole lot of like crazy, scary
is
payoffs,
the twist
but there's
cool?
a lot.
Or no, it doesn't.
I kind of dug it.
Yeah,
there's
because
like,
that's a lot.
it's-
My gripe with horror is sometimes when the reveal, it's like that's not scary at all.
Yeah.
and then it nullifies the
Yeah,
entire.
there's no payoff.
Yeah, like
There's no payoff.
I've looked at a lot of reviews of House of the Devil, and people are like totally polarized on it. Like it's very major split because it's a much slower movie than most people might be accustomed to these days. But I liked it. And
Who's in it? Anybody? Yeah. Who's the players?
Is there anybody there?
they're all
that we know?
pretty indie.
Okay. Next time we will get the computer and we will be fact checking. That's some depressing news and other news.
Depressing, the
Onto
segment's not in
a
here.
much more exciting topic.
I talked about how news can be entertaining. Well, let's talk about fucking science.
Fucking science! Woo!
So what's our
What
topic?
is our topic on fucking science today, sir?
Well, according to our notes,
Don't read
It's
the notes.
Aderoid.
it's aderoid.
Aderoid mining.
That's a spell check next time. It's
Come on.
asteroid mining.
Asteroid mining.
So, anyways,
Yes.
the thing is, private sectors are trying to get people to sign up, and they have plans to mine asteroids for resources, water, precious metals. So, I mean, isn't that? Think about it, guys. Come on.
Well, yeah, well,
first.
We're going to space.
I took your topic and I went ahead and Googled, man, and right off the top it came up one. It was a newly unveiled company with some high-profile backers, including filmmaker James Cameron,
Who I have problems with.
Google. Well, whatever. The man's got
That'll
more
be another-
money than God.
that'll be another day.
That'll be a whole damn show.
Yeah,
Anyway, Google co-founder Larry Page. They are set to announce plans to mine near-Earth asteroids for resources such as precious metals and water. The company is Planetary Resources Incorporated.
Give us money.
Yes, give us money.
Listen
That
to
would be a hell of a sponsor right there. We would.
We're going to random access
It's
is going to
space. Fuck yeah.
Let's
Hey,
get to the second episode.
Well, really, that would
first.
think about that for a second. That would save a lot of time of bouncing off satellites because we'd just beam down to everywhere
Damn right.
from the satellite that we're on. So
Yeah.
hey,
Okay. All right. Let's go with that. one.
quicker
you go
reception.
ahead and be up in space.
Yeah. And so apparently more and more of these companies, like there's another one. One of my favorite websites, io9.com. Free plug. Sponsor us. Sponsor. Put one out just as I was doing these notes, man, for this deal and did this planetary resource thing. SpaceX, it's one of a new private company. They recovered its Dragon spacecraft after a successful journey to the International Space Station. Thus, what?
Did you say dragon?
Dragons?
Dragon.
The policeman said. Sorry, broke out into some yas there for a second. Thus proving that a private company can transport supplies or maybe even crew to the ISS. And what they're looking at is this company is thinking about being one of the first ones to transport people to Mars.
That's
So, private
amazing.
sector. There you go, private sector.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the name of the game. NASA's kind of on hiatus right now. They need a lot more money until they can get going. So there's no NASA right now.
Fucking let the private sector do it, man.
What's the guy? Virgin
guy. Yeah.
Branson. Yeah, he's
Sir Branson.
Yeah,
what's his face?
Dude, have you
McGee?
heard about all the people that are already buying tickets for the first fucking flight?
Yeah.
Ashton Kutcher.
I would. Well,
Whatever how the fuck you pronounce his last name.
once we start making the money off the internet,
You want to go to space.
I'll go to space.
Talon
with
wants
that
to go to
money.
space.
Oh, I did actually. I was talking to this, and this is for real. This is
this idea.
I was letting some other people know. My father's one. I let him know. I was like, by the time I'm 60, Dad, I want to be in space. Like, just even, just bouncing off the atmosphere. It's still space. And I think in our lifetime where we're at right now, by the time I'm 60, that's a realistic.
That is a possibility, sir.
So I'm going to space. You guys,
As long as the divide doesn't happen.
you guys want to go to? I'll be in space.
I'll be in space.
Yeah, there you go.
Where nothing bad ever happens.
Wow. Okay, so
Except for
that's
bone loss.
one of our
Except
personal
for
favorite
micrometeors that tear through your bones.
Cosmic rays.
cosmic rays that turn you into Mr. Elastic or whatever the fucking
The
Big
Thing.
Grim.
Yeah. Anyway, isn't that? I think it's worth mentioning
Yeah,
that there's
the
plans to
asteroid
mine
mining,
asteroids.
honestly,
Yeah,
I never.
and aren't there like tons of people already signed up?
Oh,
Yeah,
there's
it's-
thousands. I would say that's a pretty good number.
I mean, I hadn't
Your
even heard
mom,
about
your
it.
dad, your
I hadn't
uncle,
heard about it actually
they
until you
wanna go
brought
to
it up,
space.
and then I'm like, wow, they actually have people putting money into this to do this, man. This is pretty fucking amazing. The
Pretty
day and
soon,
age we live in.
Pretty soon, Prometheus is going to happen in real life, not just
That's
next
gonna be a whole
weekend.
other show. That's gonna be a whole other show. Prometheus.
And I might flip my lid.
All right, guys. Let's see. Let's roll on. Now, that's going to be one of our favorite topics. We're going to do that one. Fucking science.
Fucking
man.
science!
Fucking science!
Love it or hate it, you heard it. Random Access Web TV out.
Why now? It's been so long and you've been gone. Why now? After all that shit that I put you through. Tell me why now? I gotta make you believer. Not just some asshole in a good amount t-shirt. Why now? That you've been gone.